Hey guys, welcome to Coach Dominique. Today, I've got a great, interesting conversation for you. So, I am a hearing loss coach and I wear hearing devices. My question is, when it comes to the hearing loss, clear mask or COVID mask? Which one is better? I've got a great show for you today, so stick around. COVID has impacted all of us in different types of ways. Myself, with a hearing loss and wearing a hearing device, it's really impacted my ability to be great and awesome and efficient when I go to the grocery store. Okay, so when I go to the grocery store now, I'm very quiet, I'm very to myself, and I actually point at stuff. I don't talk to people because they've got this crazy mask over their stuff and their face and they're saying, ow, eight. And I'm saying, what? Ow, what? I don't even hear aisle. Because that's what happens with a hearing loss. No words are pronounced. When we have a hearing loss, we use our eyes. So our eyes look at your mouth. And if your mouth is covered, then all we hear is, ow, eight. What you're saying is, Cheerios are on aisle 8. So today I want to talk to you guys about which one works best. Clear COVID mask versus surgical COVID mask. And I know some of you guys are saying, no, I have an N95 mask. That's cool. We're not talking about that. Or no, I have a face shield. That's cool. We're not talking about that. I'm going to give you a few pointers on all of the different types. But today we're doing this versus this versus this. Okay? So let's get started. When we're talking about a hearing loss, we use facial expression, we use body language, and we use lip reading. So COVID mask with our clear shield just might be the answer. Wow, this surgical mask with no clear shield just seems taunting and detrimental and how am I supposed to hear him with that mask on? And so I just think there are so many companies that are making these great efforts with COVID. I mean, they want to keep the money in their pockets, guys. They have put up the glass shields in stores. They stretch the line all around the store. They've got capacity rules on the door. You must wear a COVID mask before entering the store. Wow! But they do that. Why? Because that means they keep the money in their pocket. So let's look at these masks. The first mask right here is the surgical mask. Now, what happens with the surgical mask is that we can't get through hearing on the other side of that mask. It is a great mask, and honestly, when you're talking to a hearing loss person, this is probably the easiest mask of the three. It's better than an N95 mask, and it's better than a face shield because a face shield actually blurs the speaking because that plastic is so hard and heavy. The N95 is a thick cloth that's harder to get through. Sound comes through very easy with this. So if you are a hearing loss person, this is the easiest mask you're gonna have to communicate when it comes to sound getting through. Got it? Now, we take a look at this, and this mask seems like a great option for us. Wow, I can actually see the person talking. I can see what she's saying through the mask. That sounds really exciting, doesn't it, guys? But it's more problematic than you know. When we put that there and it's covered, eventually that screen is going to be covered with fog. It's going to be covered with condensing fog. And okay, if you've got some shaving cream and some Windex on, you can just easily do that. But you're going to be doing that all day. You're going to do that all day. It also has the problem of getting sound through. Sound does not pass through as easy with plastic as it does with paper. Sound does not pass through easily than this. It passes easier through this. So if this is fogging up and fogging away and it's blocking sound a little bit more, then is that really efficient? So with the sound blocking, guys, the reality is we want to hear, and if something is causing our the sound to go down lower, that's usually not the answer, if you get what I'm saying. So when I look at this mask, yes, I can't see through it, but the sound passes through for me to try it. Our next point with the COVID clear mask is that people wearing the mask have to consent that they'll wear it for you. What does this mean? Cooperation of friends and families and cooperating parties. They've got to be up for the task. Now, in order to get adjusted to this thing, people have really taken it upon themselves to go and buy their cute little Dolce & Gabbana mask. I've seen somebody with a Louis Vuitton mask. I can imagine wanting to have one mask that I wear every day. But with the hearing loss, we are asking to use that they switch their mask so that we can see a mask that we can see through to see them. And so what we're doing is we're kind of stepping them outside of their comfort zone. And so some people might be a little adamant about that. And they may say, I don't wear a surgical mask, and this only comes in a surgical mask. Or you bought me a surgical mask, and I wear a face shield, or I wear an N95. So that may very well be a problem, inferring that you are causing them a problem or putting their health at risk. So that's something you've also got to be wary of, and make sure that you're not making a person feel that way. This might mean asking a person what type of mask they prefer, ordering it for them, and then dispensing it to them, and letting you know whether that mask works for them. This is the best way to do it. You take responsibility to order it. But again, if you bring a mask and people just aren't comfortable with it and they tell you that, then you're kind of stuck and you've got to go with what they're telling you. And I'm sure that this is not a problem for a lot of people, but a lot of times I've got to be honest with guys, people just don't understand the extent of pain that comes with the hearing loss. And so you may have to work it in a little bit and tell them exactly why you need them to be very cooperative with this. When we look at one versus another, people always say as well that with this COVID mask, that it would be stronger if we use captions with it, if there was technology to assist it, then we could wear this. But let's ask this, who's going to go and buy an upgraded hearing aid for COVID? Most people can't even afford to get the hearing aids that they need. So technology and a couple of things that I've read have inferred that there are some new steps to incorporate it into a hearing aid, and that would take you purchasing a hearing aid that's been upgraded. So in order to work with this mask. So when we look at the two, which one really works? COVID mask, or does this one work? Now, I'll be really honest with you guys, and I said this in a video before. What it's going to come down to is telling people what you need. That's really it. With this mask, you're going to get your sound. You'll get minimal, but you'll get less sound with this. And so with this mask, you have to wear it and simply ask for what you need. If you're in a grocery store and the clerk is not speaking loud, ask for another clerk, ask for a manager, or ask that clerk or manager if they have a piece of paper and can write something down. Now, let me give you my situation. I actually went into a storage company the other day, and I told the young lady I was ready to cut my storage account out. I'm just ready to leave with my stuff. And so I told her, you have a mask on, and I have a severe hearing loss, so I'm not going to hear what you're saying. And she stopped. I didn't have to say anything more. She pulled out a piece of paper from her printer, and she wrote down everything. She wrote down every answer. And as she wrote, I looked, and I read, and I responded to her. And everybody doesn't have a good heart like that, but you can try, people. And most of the time, if you ask for what you need, then you will find good people out here. There are good people that do want to help you. They don't want you to struggle. And if one cashier doesn't do it, pack up your stuff, put it back into the grocery cart, go to the manager, and I promise you, that manager will get on top of it. When we look at these two masks, one versus another, we're so excited about this. Oh my goodness. Society has made this great improvement for us. Isn't this wonderful, guys? Yes, but society has not tested it out to see that it's blocking the level of volume and hearing that you're getting. And society has not seen enough and tested it out enough to know that it's also blocking fog. So it's just really just something to kind of satisfy us, to quiet us down. I think so. So I'm not going to answer the question for you, one versus the other, but you guys know how I feel at this point. If I would rather it be hidden and trust my ears, then I guess that's the decision I'm making. But I think that at the end of the day, you guys are going to have to really think about this for yourselves and what is going to work best for you. You know the type of person that you are. If you're irritated very quickly, if you like people to try to do their best to communicate with you, then this right here probably is not going to be the mask for you. If you can't take that fogging up and people have to say, wait, let me wipe it out and okay, now what were you saying? If you can't take that, if you're not a patient person, then I would not recommend this. If anything, calm down, allow your sisters to come to and have this mask or listen with this mask. You understand? And so that's the big deal about wearing the different masks when we have a hearing loss. It really does affect us. I know you guys probably didn't know that the shield totally cuts off sound, but you look at it, it's like an army. Yeah, that's cutting off sound. I mean, I literally feel like I'm in a different room with people like that when they have that shield on. It's like, shield you out. And the N95 mask that comes around here and loops down and covers all of this, it looks so pretty, but that's some thick cloth to try and talk to, talk through. So that's not going to be the answer either. And that's why I didn't really elaborate on that shield mask or the N95, because right now I always want you to have the best. And the best for a hearing loss person is a surgical mask, because you need that airway to be as thin as possible, if that makes sense. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Let's get ready for our declaration today. Our declaration for today is, I claim the power of my hearing loss during COVID. Say that with me. I claim the power of my hearing loss during COVID. Thank you guys for watching. As always, if you'd like to, please remember to hit subscribe or comment below. We love to have your input. I love your input. I would love to see and get your input from what you guys think about this video. Am I wrong? Are my experiences off the chain? Do you not relate to them? I gotta see this. I want to see this. So I hope you guys will comment below and hit subscribe if you love the material. See you guys next time on Coach Dominique.